Hello, procrastinators! Welcome to the Nerd³ freaking TubeCast.
Yes.
Episode
6.
I
hope.
Wow, how are you? Hello, waving to that camera with my. I'm gonna hold this still. Waving to that camera. I've been ill.
That's the plan. I've shown all the spoilers now.
You might as well throw it out of the window and burn it to a cinder. I'm enjoying my voice. These are my headphones. They're so nice.
This is the only guy I know who, when buying headphones, rather than looking at sound quality, looked at what was the most comfortable to wear.
Comfortable wear. Well, I wear these for like 16 hours a day. On
a light day.
On a light day. I wanted to. These feel like a pair of dreams.
A pair of dreams.
Razor. They make the best headphones.
Filled with angel wings, feathers.
That's what it is. Yeah,
in the protection.
You just squish it down. Look at that. Ooh,
I don't know if you've ever seen angel wings, but they're actually a lot more sticky than you think. The quills just stick into you.
Oh, you've killed all our dreams. So hello, yes, this is a thing. This is our view.
Yes. Sorry for missing last week.
Don't interrupt the view. We're going to do this again. This is the view. Dun, 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 dun. Wow, we harmonised quite nicely.
I'm hoping all of the audio people liked that view.
This is available as a download in the audio thing if you hate our faces.
Which,
Sorry, I thought that just fell over then.
I can understand, but, I mean, look at my face. Why would you hate this?
Yeah, I'm going to just hide behind my fluff. There we go. We can keep talking now.
Apparently, I'm a Notch lookalike. Not intentionally, but I'm getting more and more there. The beard's going soon.
Good. I cannot wait to get rid of it. It's not actually a beard. It's a small animal. He's trained to sit very still.
It's actually a
Bill
tribble.
Bailey, I think it's Bill Bailey. So this is our view. How do you get a view like that and a flat like this? Well, the flat is fucking tiny, and there's a train line there. And
I don't think they can see the train line.
We're under a flight path, but
with the exception of all
exception of all the noise and the real tininess of the flight, you can actually get a nice view for a reasonable budget. It's a poster. It's actually green screen. It's all green screen. Well, we did. It's a nice green screen. We can pretend. We can pretend that that's our view.
So
next week will be New York.
Sorry for missing last week. Dan was ill.
I was dying.
He was dying.
I was still dying.
And so we missed. He's better, but if he's coughing, that's just to prove that we didn't put a video out for legitimate reasons.
Try to do
we'll put some Foley's in.
I'm going to have a drink.
Okay, so
advertising now.
That happened. To make up for it, we've got a real video which came out probably half a week ago for you now, but for us it was just a few days ago.
Yesterday. Today is what? Thursday?
Yeah,
Friday?
but this isn't going out till Sunday.
Okay, it's not a week and a half then, is it?
But it came out Wednesday. That's half a week. Sorry, I meant half a week, not a week and a half.
Slap yourself in the face. Was it as comfortable as I thought that would be?
No. Oh. Anyway.
Burst into blood. No! Needle punches! Needle punches!
Anyway, so... yes, so we put up a video of us unboxing my new computer now.
Yes. Now, we're going to say this now. His new computer. New computer.
First things that is that Dan wants to point out, has nothing to do with him. It was mine. Secondly, I would like to address some of the many comments people have brought up.
All right, I'm gonna stand still.
A, yes, it is an Alienware computer. B, no, that doesn't mean it's overpriced rubbish.
No, it is overpriced rubbish.
I bought it refurbished, which means it's actually cheaper than all of the parts. If I was to build it myself, it would cost more. Yeah. I saw one person in the comments did a sort of, what a waste of money. You could have bought all of that for about £1,300 or so. I was like, yes, and I spent under £1,000 on it. That was a real waste of money there. Okay, I'm not claiming it's high quality. What I'm claiming was we did not waste money on it. It's refurbished.
Don't say we.
All right.
You.
I did not waste money on it.
Yes, you did. You bought an Alienware. How's it doing?
Okay, at the moment it's temperamental. Like I said, I'm not commenting on the quality. At the moment, basically, I'm struggling with it. The major problem at the moment is we've got some battery problems on the motherboard, which means we've just got some problems. But, I mean, that's what happens when you buy a computer that's refurbished rather than brand new. And you know what? as has been said, we're trying to do things be big on a budget, and that means you have to buy a half-broken computer and fix it yourself.
You have to buy. I'm not.
All right.
I'm on my third computer, people, because I keep going, these are the specs that I want. Can you build this? And people go, yes, we can build this. And then they read them and go, no, this is impossible. And I finally think I've nailed someone who actually can build the computer I want. So let's hope. Because I would build the computers. I built every computer I've ever had. But
for the record, I've built computers before. This isn't a phobia of me building computers.
In Minecraft, it doesn't.
I haven't built one for a while. But
I built my last one. I always build computers. But no, this
I've been using laptops recently. They're harder to build.
I'm getting to a point where the build is so complicated and there's like lots of things that I don't actually know how they work. Like lots of liquid cooling. I think I'm going to need at least 3 radiator bays. And also it has 2 motherboards. So there's some real interesting things happening that I can't quite do. Also, it's really expensive parts and I don't want to bugger them up. So I'm actually getting someone to build it for the first time ever, which adds a whopping £30 to the price of actually building it myself. That's money I could save and blow on looking at this view. Oh, it's gone. Turn the green screen back on. So yeah, Alienware's are rubbish. And I've always said that because I'm just the best.
Yeah. And anyone, I have noticed a few comments like this, which I knew was going to happen.
I want to point one thing out.
There are people probably there going, I think it's an advert for Alienware. Anyone who says that, look at my Twitter feed, preferably my actual Twitter feed as opposed to I would love you to follow me, but
at what fanner? But he shouts it 'cause it's all in caps. So it's at what fanner?
But if you look at the feed, you will see all of my complaints to Alienware Tech and Dell support, and they did get back in contact with me and solve my BIOS problem, which hasn't actually been solved because it keeps breaking again. It's been solved. We just found that it was part of an underlying problem that we didn't realise in the first place, which is basically the battery's a bit loose or something on the motherboard.
He won't let me take it apart and fix it because of warranties.
We will fix it, but I'd rather that they fixed it than us so that I can still take it back.
Yeah.
Just for the first few weeks. This time, in half a year's time, I will have replaced most of the parts and... we'll have got to the point.
And it's got a good processor.
And that's the bit that I'll keep.
Yeah.
Everything else is going.
I want to say that it's...
And we will have mashed it to pieces.
If you think that was an advert for Alienware, you don't understand how adverts work. Because of my quotes like, I fucking hate them, and Alienware are a piece of rubbish. That's not that's not the image that people tend to put out and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, for some people, Alienware are good. You know, there are people with too much money and no sense, and that's...
Oh yeah, I looked at the price of
Macs anyway.
I looked at the price of these things new, and that like I said in the video, it was half the price of an Alienware computer, which made it fractionally cheaper than a regular computer.
But only fractionally.
Yeah,
my one's a little bit more.
But cheaper enough for me to go for it.
Little bit more. No, I was about to say earlier that the thing that we're proving right now is that you're quite new to YouTube because you still read the comment sections and take in what they say. I just kind of look through the comment section and go, oh, that's a nice person, moron, nice person. And that's generally, that's as far. I still read all the comment section, but I don't go, that person was mean to me on the internet anymore because I just don't care. I'm numb to the like, people are like, you're the best person ever. I'm like, you're the worst person ever. Right.
I mean, I've learned to ignore things like oh my God, you two are totally gay.
I love that.
Which does seem to happen on most of our comments.
Yeah, it's because I have lovely tits. I mean, especially today.
But I'm not much of a boob man.
I am now.
I'm sorry. Look at these. You just don't do it.
No, I do love that. Are you too gay? Because you're two people who know each other who aren't the opposite sex and I've been conditioned to believe that means you're homosexual and I have to judge you. That's the voice that I hear all YouTube comments in. Okay. Read them in that voice. It's great. It's like, I'm G-Raffle first. It's just, that was slightly West Country.
I mean, we are pretty much at the point where I'm almost just waiting to find that first disturbing piece of fan fiction of the two of us together or something. People thought Holmes and Watson were together. I mean, it's well,
to be
probably going to happen.
In Elementary, they kind of will be because that's America.
Yeah.
Which I'm not going to watch any more episodes of because it's rubbish.
That's fine.
Cool. You liked it. You're a freak.
Well, I liked it compared to things like Castle and things. I think it was better than Castle.
Castle has Nathan Fillion, and Nathan Fillion is the best person in the world. I Nathan Fillion.
Well, yeah, but it was. I just felt it got over the boring bits quicker and stuck with the fun bits more. So that's why I liked it as a series. But I mean, It's
not Sherlock Holmes. They bolted the name on to sell crap.
Well, that's true, but if I picked everyone who did that, I'd do nothing but spend every hour of every day going, oh my god, they just took that name from here, here, and I've done enough of those rants. I don't want to end up like Yatsu, who does sort of just the same sort of generic, Nintendo release the same shit over and over again, come up with something new.
I have to rant about something. Someone said, because they're remaking Scarface, which is one of my favourite films of all time.
Do you know what I've just realised we've forgotten?
What?
The timer!
Well, that's
It's been
stupid.
roughly 10 minutes.
That's stupid. This is just... We're the best! Ah! Wow, that was high. No, I was going to say that someone told me to rant that they're remaking Scarface and we shouldn't remake Scarface because Scarface is brilliant. You are aware that the Scarface that everyone knows is actually a remake of a 1932 film called Scarface, right? Yeah. Hollywood does this a lot. A lot of people are like, oh my god, you can't remake that. And they already have. So it's a remake of a remake. I don't really care. And that's one of my favourite films. I just won't watch it. It's like someone went to remake Back to the Future and I killed them. I went back in time.
I was about to say.
I made it stop happening.
So
the Lauren, I don't believe we didn't do the freaking timer. Well, shut up with your face. This isn't our timer, is it? Because that started early because we have to get things in place.
Yeah, but only slightly early.
We'll work it out from the passages of the sun on this green screen.
We'll know within about 5 minutes where we are.
All right, so in 5 minutes, one of us from the future is going to run and go, here's the timer! Yeah, thanks. Is that going to happen? If it doesn't happen, I'm going to be so disappointed.
I would love it to happen. I feel you've now set this up too much that everyone's now going to expect us to have been clever.
Oh, look at the green screen we can do now. I mean, that's amazing.
And planned ahead enough to have someone run in and throw something at us.
Yeah.
Which we are not. We are just two people who have lost.
I'll sneak out of frame. Just pretend you keep talking to me. Green screen me.
Oh, okay then. Okay. Yep. Yeah, so... Dishonored isn't Dishonored. Sorry, no, Dishonored isn't that a rubbish?
You hate it.
Isn't that a rubbish game?
No, Dishonored is an incredible game. They absolutely adore and is really fun and brilliant.
Someone's made me play it.
Someone being me, Shinema.
Someone said.
That's mad, Shinema.
Someone said you should play this game and it's amazing and awesome. And there's me going, okay, so I don't like first-person games. I don't like stealth games, and you have given me a stealth first-person game. Yeah.
It's good though. They do it well. They do.
They do a good job of being both of my least favourite things.
Yeah, but they do a really good. The
only thing that can make it worse is if it had horrible spiders if it's jumped out at your face.
Well, you ain't got to later levels. No, there's nothing. The reason that that he's playing it is because holy crap, new series of 13 Ways to Die coming soon. You know that show no one cares about? Yeah, well I'm doing that more. I care about it. I have a lot of fun with it. But now we're doing it as a Nerd³ thing, so I can still do 7 videos on the channel, and then this guy does that stuff.
Yes.
He's also doing the second channel videos, of which there have been a bajillion.
It's been some.
Wait,
got a lot more in the plans than...
Keep talking about the second channel and the things we have planned for it. I think that's a good thing to do now, because we've put one out.
Cool.
Talk about that kind of stuff. I'm going to sneak out a frame and then throw something into frame.
Okay then. We've been... We're planning to do some sketches, definitely doing some stuff there. We're planning on doing more of this stuff that we're doing now. Still keep the TubeCast going. We're going to... sorry. Dan's slowly breaking the flat. And normally this is the sort of thing that we would film us doing. Just, to have something nice and fun and silly to go up on this channel. And that's the sort of stuff we're doing. Oh, it's Dan from the future, and he's giving me the timer. It's a green ball, and that clearly means that it's going to be another... clearly means that we're about 1/4 of the way through the video.
I found a painting. Can we keep it? Huh? Can we? I'm going to put this back.
You're ever so subtle. You've really screwed this up, though, because you gave me a green juggling ball, and that's going to be a huge problem because I've just green screened you out.
Look, it says the time on it. It says...
Home and leisure.
Like 15 minutes or something.
That's what I said.
Catch Dan from the past.
I'm so glad that didn't hit the camera.
I can actually throw.
Yeah.
I'm not a physicist. I can throw a ball.
It's actually part of the exam when you come in and you go, I'd like to do a uni course. They go, are you a physicist? And you go, yes. And they throw something at you, and if you catch it, you automatically get chucked out.
They throw a woman at you. Ha ha! I laughed at you because you're a physicist. Yes. That's essentially... That joke there would have killed on The Big Bang Theory. That's the sort of joke they live for. Yep. Instead, I've just realised what shirt I'm wearing, and it's very apt for our last video.
Are you still there?
Bam, it's me. Snake! I really like that video. It was fun. We could do more stuff like that. I wasn't actually listening when I went away.
I said we'll do some
sketches. I didn't have my headphones
sketches.
on, so I couldn't hear you.
I said we'll do some sketches, and we'd keep doing bits like that in just everyday life.
Yeah!
Let us know, what sort of stuff you'd like, if you have preferences.
Where did my water bottle go?
You kicked it
there.
over. It's just to the side of the arm of the sofa. Because that's interesting for everyone.
Professional! Shut up.
Okay, I think we need to move on to the first big topic, which I think is an interesting one.
We have an addition to the roommate agreement. This is an organic addition to the roommate agreement that we've had to add recently. There will be no discussions of food in this house. We're not allowed to discuss food.
Oh, that's true.
We're definitely never allowed to discuss anything about food, okay? That's a new rule we've added to the roommate agreement because some people here don't understand cooking.
And some people here don't understand the idea of cleaning up and not making the kitchen look like a murder scene.
I do like to make... Well, yeah, okay.
I've seen less gory episodes of CSI.
It does look like Dexter was the one who did all the cooking once I was done with. No, I cook food. I get ingredients. I don't say from scratch.
I now have such an urge to go around our kitchen with black light.
You're the stuff you'd find. Oh, there's a billion dead things. No, I hate people who say, I'm going to buy from scratch. Who said Carl Sagan, who said to make apple pie from scratch, first you have to create the universe. I love that quote. But no, it's great. I create stuff from like ingredients and I build it up and I experiment and I make interesting things. Like yesterday or a few days ago, I did lamb and mint burgers. I got lamb mince and like put mint in it. So the lamb and mince is like a roast dinner but burger. And I put burgers in bagels. So I have burger bagels. They're really nice because the hole makes them really messy. And you put the cheese in the hole and then you melt it and it's got like melted cheese in the whole thing. And it's really nice. But he just puts a waffle in the oven.
With some chicken.
You call it chicken.
Yeah. Popcorn
it's just
chicken.
Chicken. Just... You tried to buy poplars the other day. That was incredible.
I did.
He brought poplars. They're Omicronians. They're baby Omicronians, and he bought them.
Yes.
That's a Futurama joke, but it's true. I made it in an Asda.
But
Asda's
yeah, no, I like my food nice and simple. I'm quite autistic, so I like all of my food to be exactly the same and constant. And I don't buy expensive food because it's like the different textures are like, no, I want the same manufactured texture all the way through.
No, you'll see.
I don't like variations.
I only
have about 3 meals that I ever have, and just
I've
rotate
made quite a few
3 meals.
mistakes of meals since I've been here. I've gone, this is a good idea, and then when I'm eating it, going, no, this is not food. But that's fine. That's the process of cooking. You have to experiment a bit. Like you invent new things and exciting things.
I don't like experimenting with cooking. I like eating it as little as possible, just sticking to, what's going on.
We go down like the world's food are, where they have all the interesting, delicious foods, and he cries. He doesn't understand. He's like, no, what is it? I
told you I don't do horror games.
No, I just want to put a thing out here to any Mexican listeners. You have the best food. Oh my God, I love all of you. Just fajitas, quesadillas. It's just the nicest food. Your waffle chicken every day.
Chicken pizza.
Pizza's fine, although you eat
about
pizza.
As close as I get to interesting cooking is I like to get some pasta. Has to be nothing else.
Penne.
Some penne, and then I grate some cheese over it. Mild cheddar. That is as far as I go.
It's one of those bricks you buy in Asda for £1 that's like this much cheese. Never seen a cow. It's just scraped from something. Grate a bit of that and that's your meal.
I like everything overly processed. I'm really missing fast food. I haven't found any fast food places closer to here.
I don't know. I don't eat fast food. I don't eat out. Yeah. I hate eating at restaurants.
I miss KFC.
Like, sir, whatever pretentious tiny piece of fortune would you like? I would. No, I hate that. Because as much as I like doing it myself, I like going to delis and stuff. I love a Brick Lane. Oh my God, I love walking down Brick Lane and just going, all of the things!
We are violating this roommate agreement so much.
I know. Well, in TubeCast, anything goes. We'll have a party during the TubeCast. Yeah. But no, so that's a new addition to the roommate agreement. We're not allowed to talk about food.
Yes.
Because he's an idiot and I'm fantastic. Hey, whose idea was it to play a game of Yahtzee against the guy who can roll any number on a dice?
Me.
I have this weird... My superpower, if you can call it that, is that I can roll any die. I just give me a dice and I can roll any number. He will now prove that this is a thing. It's true, isn't it?
It's pretty true.
It's pretty true. It's too high. It's statistically improbably high.
It's statistically improbable, Dan's rolling.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I'd say it's magic, but it's definitely statistically improbable.
I didn't say magic. I said superpower. That's a science-based thing. None of this magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I can roll any dice, any number, and then he decided it'd be a good idea.
Do you think in say like the Marvel
wrong.
or DC universe, all of those things that cause cancer actually cause superpowers? All those carcinogenic things. It's like, oh, be careful with this. It may cause superpowers.
That would be the coolest universe to live in. You're just there in bed one day and like you sneeze and the house fucks off. And you're like,
imagine all of the experiments on white mice. We're going to spray this on here and, oh no, it can fly now. causes superpowers. I've literally just had that thought now.
Who was it that said that someone was I can't remember where I saw this. Someone was arguing about the ending of Superman or Superman 2 where he flies around and turns the Earth backwards. Yeah, someone went, you're aware that he's actually just flying faster than the speed of light and going backwards in time himself? And I went, I never thought of it that way. Which kind of makes... No, going faster than the speed of light, he would go backwards.
But then there'd still be two of him then, and there's only one.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's a much better thing than... And the Earth magically goes backwards!
And secondly, he said he spun the worlds backwards. So even if that is a better written piece, that's not the canon.
That's how I would tell my mum, you know, when you're just there going... You're trying to explain something sciencey or technological to your mum, you just kind of go... I span the Earth around and I went back in time. Yeah. And they go, oh, yeah, okay. He was explaining it to his mum. He's gone back in time and whoever's talking was actually his mum. I can't remember. I've seen them for a bajillion years.
Or, you know...
Hi, Mum!
God trying to explain to people how the world was made. I made it in 7 stages, 7 days.
How do your mum? That means I'm the best one. Spoiler warning. Hi, everyone in my family. Second family, third family.
Hello, everyone in Dan's family. Dan's second family and Dan's third family.
I don't have anyone in my family. I was actually an orphan. Did you know this?
I was spawned from the Force.
He was spawned from the Force. He's midichlorians.
I am.
Don't get him wet. He'll dissolve. But if you take his hat off, it's just glowing light. It's, But,
that's just because we've got a big light there and it's getting
orphan.
A bit shiny up there.
I had one eye and I was an orphan. And they found me in an orphanarium. I had like an alien language thing printed out when I was found. Wait, that was Leela from Futurama.
I was about to say, you're quoting Futurama.
Damn it. Oh, no idea.
I grew up on Mars on a farm.
I love if I just pulled up my birth certificate there. It's just, my birth certificate.
I grew up on Mars on a farm.
Yes, well, I missed one. See, I'm ahead of you. Yeah. All right, what else is on your stupid list?
I was rejected from a bending factory.
I have a great idea. This is what London sounds like. See all that? If you add some like gunshots and screaming Foley there, that would be hilarious. Although I've just killed the joke there.
Damn it.
Or maybe I've added to the joke. Or maybe you won't add it.
I think I probably won't.
Schrodinger's joke. What is this? I won't know until the edit. Open the edit. The edit's now a box. I have quantum.
But these guys have already. TubeCast. These people have already opened the. So it's only quantum for us. It's not quantum for them.
Whoa, that's a non-Newtonian suppository state.
They have already collapsed the wave function.
I just added words together. The suppository state, yes. That's a physics term when something is just really difficult.
Failed physics degree.
What was that?
I said failed physics degree.
I didn't fail my physics degree. I passed. I quit. That's the smart thing. That is it's like Men in Black.
I quit before I was ahead.
A physics degree is like Men in Black. I'm the guy who drags the table towards me. That was me. That was me.
No,
you're there just in your little form.
You are the when Homer learns to be really good at a computer game, is just about to beat Bart. The power goes, and Bart goes, "I'm going to take this opportunity to claim that I'm retiring undefeated."
Okay, so how many jobs you got because your physics degree?
That's not important.
Then what was the point of the physics degree?
For fun. Just because I don't use it doesn't mean that I don't have it.
Fun. He thinks physics is fun. Physics isn't fun. It's not fun. It's dull.
Yeah, it was more fun than...
Do you know what I call people who study
physics? It's more fun than most
other
courses.
Yeah. Well, actually, no, I can think of like beer tasting. That's a university course. I would so do that. I so wouldn't.
Stand-up comedy is a course.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd be good at that. What is it about this airport food? Airplane food.
What's up with all these guys with physics degrees?
Airplane food.
Am I right?
I'd be great at it.
Absolutely.
Imagine me as a comedian. I don't laugh at that because I'm never going to be funny.
Oh, crap, Dan. Just found out that's what our living is.
When did you find that? Somebody just passed you a note. Just our interns.
It's this one
Our
here.
intern's down there. Can you how fucking low? How low have we got? How low?
It's not our feet.
Okay, our intern's down there, just doing some admin work while we work. We have an intern lackey. It's true. I'll put my feet up on my intern. And now the other one. No, I'm fine. You see, look, feet up on the intern.
Sort of wish we did have an intern because they could do your washing up for you.
Welcome.
Which is where the food rule comes in.
I don't have that much washing up. All I use is 4 or 6 pots and pans per ingredient, and you think that's too much washing up.
Dan uses a good 4 or 5 plates per meal.
Well, the fact is...
several pots and pans. And then, because all of his stuff is all this liquidy mix mash of everything, means that everything is coated and needs to be soaked and washed properly. Whereas all of my stuff sort of, has... I had something placed on it, which means it takes about 2 seconds to wash up, and I only sort of, use 1 plate and an oven tray most days.
But I'm happy. My soul shines, and I am energetic.
But my soul would shine less if I didn't. If I ate your diet.
Well, no, you wouldn't. You'd go, oh, it's beautiful.
I wouldn't.
It's because you're physicsy. You're just there going, no, these waffles particles are vastly superior to your tuna pasta bake particles.
It's not that they're superior. They're just more regulated.
Oh, I'm hungry now. I'm seriously hungry.
Mister.
I'm having a fajitas. What are you looking at?
Time.
What's it say?
We're coming up to about halfway.
Oh, I'm so bored. Why are people even listening?
I've just realised that I've rounded up and everyone else has rounded up, so we're coming up to about a third.
What? Sorry, I've just deafened everyone in the... Sorry, people listening to this. All 4 of you. The physicists, they've all gone. The physicists?
Physicists have all gone.
The physicists have all gone.
Went in a puff of logic.
Mums and orphans have all gone. And that's everyone. That's like 90% of the population.
Cool. We have now got through what's supposed to be the short part of the plan.
Yay!
Do you want to move on to some of the bigger, more substantial...
Actually, we have some washing up to do. Could you go and get with that?
Fine.
Yay! He's going to go do the washing up now. It's funny. It's true. The fun thing is that because I work stupidly long hours just getting the first channel go up, and we're still setting up kind of here, washing up is technically his job still. So there's just... are you bringing an example? You're bringing an example. So this is why we have the rule. You're violating the rule.
So I want to talk about the ethics of... I'm not doing that.
Yeah, of course you're not doing that. You didn't get it wet.
That was a joke that worked well enough. Not wet. This was clean when I picked it up. And this is the cleanest one I could find at a quick grab. And already, look at that.
You're breaking the rule. You're breaking the rule.
You said the rules don't count during TubeCast. Well, I'm staying consistent with the rules that you have laid down yourself.
I take that rule back. The First Amendment of the roommate agreement is that rule that I made up just then that you for some reason agreed to is no longer a thing.
I
made me even
concur.
more hungry now. What was that? What was that?
I have no idea. It's yours.
Really bright red. What was... Oh, no, I made a pepperoni pasta. That's what that was. That was the pepperoni pasta I made.
Okay.
There's 10 different meats in it, and it was just the worst thing. They didn't work together well. I was kind of like Meat Feast, the pasta, and I made spicy beef for it as well. Oh, so nice.
Stop talking like this. I'm going to have to throw up.
In the comments, let me know which side are you on.
I don't know if there is
delicious food, or Team what with McDonald's and
I don't know if there is such a thing as being empathetically bulimic, but watching him eat does make me want to puke. So I'm losing lots of weight.
It's delicious food. It's delicious, nutritious. I hit my 5 a day. You hit your 1 a day.
I'm not. I have made it to 4 a day. With a cherry yogurt, apple juice, strawberry fruit flakes.
Okay, you're pushing it there. Oh, and a Hubba Bubba that was blueberry
and
flavor.
raisins. I have a small packet of raisins. Okay. That's 4 a day.
You can't make
which is better than before I moved here when I would average about one every 2 days. So
how are you still alive? That's the question I have here.
Have I not had scurvy?
Yeah. Something from the IT crowd. He got scurvy, Jen. Oh, the amount of people that tell me I'm Moss from the IT crowd. It's just... I just want to do one episode just using his voice, but I don't know what his voice is, because apparently this is it. Ha! Memory is RAM. Well,
That's reasonably close.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say that you normally are.
It's my Marge Simpson. I'm actually, the best impression I can do for some reason is Marge Simpson, who sounds like she's been smoking. Come on, brain! Sounds like she's been smoking for...
That's not his impression, that's mine.
Lisa, come down and eat your breakfast. Beat that. And that's what I'm just gonna. I can sit here. I'm just gonna.
No,
come on. It's like one of those like throwdown competitions. Like, oh, it's gonna be doing the throwdown now.
But
Lisa,
I know that I'm gonna lose this.
It's just an impression of Simpsons characters throwdown. Go for it. Go. This guy's with cars with some suspension.
Here's the thing. I don't want to bow to peer pressure, but we do have the pressure that, there's obviously a whole load of you watching this. and otherwise...
Go. Come on, 3 people that are left. Go.
Hey, Lisa. See? I'm crap.
Oh, man, that was worth it. Whoa! Everyone just go, whoa!
However, Dan has practiced this and I haven't, which means it's about the same. If we go for experience levels, it's a bit like if Muhammad Ali just came in here and said, hey, I'm going to box you.
Well, in 5 minutes' time, Mr. Muhammad Ali will go. If you've
done too much walking up. And people coming back for you to go and, track down
Do you have
Will
a
Smith.
boxing glove? I can just throw it off screen at your face. He was a boxer, right? Sports is my kind of weakness.
He was a boxer.
Yes!
Which is helped by the fact that I said boxing when I said he'd come and box me.
I thought he really was good at wrapping presents at Christmas.
Interesting fact. Reason I know most about...
you say interesting. Is it actually
Muhammad.
Interesting?
Reason I know most things about Muhammad Ali is because his name was also Cassius Clay, which was the name of my favourite robot in Robot Wars.
Which one?
Cassius. Or Cassius 2, which was the first one to have
Wasn't
the Shri mech where it used the flipper to flip itself back up.
Right. Was it Cassius Chrome as well? Wasn't there? Cassius Chrome was a house robot.
That was probably after I stopped.
Terrible Channel 5
Must have been
robot.
after I stopped watching.
It had like fists that did about as much damage as a butterfly farting. It was pathetic.
I did not watch that. No, I liked Cassius. And the guy who piloted him was also very nice. Always sort of did a very apologetic... these people spent 6 months working on it, and they're a group of school kids. They're going, I'm really sorry, and try and destroy them as painlessly as possible, and then go for the house robots. And he normally had a pretty good go at the house robots. He normally did a significant amount of damage, and suddenly all of his... I've got to be calm and protective, and I don't want to discourage these people from building robots. Just with they're fair game. You built those for me to take on.
No, they built them to like be law enforcement, take down the lot. But no, my favorite, I like Plunderbird. I really like the Plunderbird team as a team because they were like massive ego, all massive burly guys with sunglasses and arms folded, and their robot was always shit, and it always went out in the first thing. And they was like, "We'll be back next year." It was like pro wrestlers in there. We'll be back next year or destroy you. And then next year it's like, "We're back next year," and they never did. I really liked it. I like the teams that actually had like a wee behind them.
It
was cool. Big Butts and You Cannot Lie.
I'm trying to remember what the name of that... What was it? Pussycat or something?
What's
that used to have
spinny blade, blue thing, triangle shape.
Yeah, and they used to put stickers of paint on the robots that they'd killed.
Yeah.
As they went through. That was fun.
They took out Hypnodisc in like the most pathetically lucky display because it had like a vertical blade that way, and Hypnodisc had like wheels that were wheels, and it just as it did a spin past it just kind of clipped it gently, but it just jammed into this wheel.
Hypnodisc was the most temperamental robot ever. It was one of those ones where if you made a best of Robot Wars, things like Razor and Hypnodisc would both have huge amounts of of awesome awesome kills. That when you'd come out of a match with them and you'd lost, your machine was in pieces. But the number of times they stalled and just sort of died.
Got gradually worse. As when they first introduced Hypnodisc, I was like, oh, that's quite a big thing. And then it sort of touched this robot, which just exploded into glitter. And you're just there going, holy tits sandwiches, what's that thing doing? Razor was awesome. I really like Razor. I hated Tornado because they were like the anti-Razor, and they used to cheat. They used to just change their robot. They're like, oh, it's a slight modification. And they had that thing that was... they made their robot too big for the pit. And there's been going, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
That's stupid. Oh, no, Razor can't
I thought
get
that was
in.
101. Didn't 101 make an anti-Razor set, which
was
so
that was
big that
Tornado. That was Tornado. It was the anti-pit device, anything. I saw that when I saw it was live. That was the first time they brought that out. And I was just there going, you cheating bastard. They just killed the fun. You're supposed to be all destroyed and demolished. They were evil, and then they won.
I miss Robot Wars.
I miss Robot Wars as well. They really should bring
I want
back.
a smaller Robot Wars.
I'm wearing Razer headset for crying out loud. That's how much I love Robot Wars. Probably not the same brand, but you know. Robot Wars was awesome. I want sort of... I love the techno games as well. Because that was like teaching schools
one
robotics
of my
so
friends created something for the techno games. They created the climbing robot, not the famous one, the second runner-up.
Which year? Because there was loads of years.
The
of
second year. There was only about 3 or 4 years of it.
More. Techno games was great. If you don't know what techno games and Robot Wars are, Robot Wars is battling robots. That's pretty obvious. And techno games was like the Robot Olympics, where they had certain events and they had to build a robot that would do that certain event.
Yeah.
My favorite of which was swimming.
Wonderful.
Because swimming was always...
they always failed.
They always... You're like,
no, that
go! And they're just 4 robots sunk to the bottom of a swimming
But
pool.
then it was other things like they'd go, well, you beat... Basically, by the second year, they had broken the world record on every event.
Yeah.
No, my favourite one was rope climb. Because they had two forms. They had 2 forms of rope climb. They had the organic and the non-organic.
Which is just wheels. And there was always someone to go, woo! Just straight up.
And yeah, the non-organic was as boring as anything. You just went, woo! Oh, yeah, because... yeah. And then the second year, they actually did proper climbing ones with the best robot of all, which was this giant skeleton who could actually wave and things. He was just there going, I'm not really sure that most of that's worth it, but it is amazing.
Yeah, so that's the sort of... We need sort of TV shows like that back, just to get kids going, robotics, get interested in robotics.
I cared about robotics back then.
I did. And then I didn't. I stopped because...
We should care about robots more.
We should, because they're eventually going to destroy us.
Our future masters.
We love robots.
We backed you from the beginning.
And Skynet, which is Pirate Bay, is now Skynet. Because Pirate Bay is now in the clouds. Cloud, not clouds. Just sitting there, pirates going, "Arr, have some DVDs." But no, it's in the cloud now, which means they can't shut it down. Which is kind of terrifying in a Skynet-y sort of way, but also good in a file-sharing-y sort of way. But then again, I don't like file sharing very much. So many emotions at the same time. I honestly don't know how to feel about some things.
Built by Apple.
Yeah.
I'm okay. Because I'm fairly confident they're the people who will.
No, because if they ever did release Skynet, absolutely instantly, Nokia will sue them for a patent infringement on Skynet. But no, we have the patent on evil overlordy robot things, and then it'll get into a big fight. Yeah. Microsoft will join in, yeah.
But they'd all get nuked immediately because Skynet owns everything.
That seemed like a really bad idea. I don't know who kind of went, no, yeah, let's tie everything together with just, oh no, all the robots have taken over and have nukes. That's gone wrong.
I'd love to say that you're correct and it's a completely stupid idea. Unfortunately, that's the sort of stupid that humans are. Particularly people...
As a man who recently concussed himself on a painting and then brought it over here to show and tell, I don't believe humans are that stupid. Humans are never that stupid. What's that called when you mix the... It's...
Word salad?
No, that's when you just say random words of blue. It's spoonerisms, isn't it? Spoonerisms? I think it's spooner. I don't know. Answers in the comments.
So
I think that's a thing. Is that a thing? Have I gone insane? Where did the sun go? Oh my god, the robots have taken the sun!
But I mean, it is like
you just see my gorgeous reflection.
Multiple times? Multiple things. I don't know.
You don't know. What's next on the list then? You've obviously killed this.
First on the list.
Really?
Is
why do you?
I wanted to talk about ethics in computer games. This was something GeekNightsRym brought up and then didn't talk about, so I thought we could have a proper conversation about that.
Yes.
Ethics in computer games, particularly sort of mind control in computer games.
Yeah.
Now, despite our previous conversation, this isn't sort of, we're not talking sci-fi, aliens come down and, you have to play a computer game constantly. But computer games
XCOM.
But computer games are addictive, and they have fallen into several...
Computer games aren't addictive, says the man who plays them constantly, every day, and made his career out of them.
Well, it's not necessarily about being...
I'm jonesing for some pong, man. I'm jonesing for some pong.
They're not chemically addicting in the same way that obviously hard drugs are.
Woo!
But they do have addictive natures, and they do have mind control natures in them. As in, they do lots of the same things that religions do.
You said the R word.
I did. And there's going to be an awful lot of similarities here.
Oh, is this the episode where people leave?
It's things like the way that...
The two people that left are going to be so offended by religion.
There are lots of things that you can do, for example, to try and program the human mind into feeling that they need to do things. Whether or not it's World of Warcraft.
Like X Factor.
Where they say...
You don't have to.
In World of Warcraft...
Doesn't actually matter.
Unlike in World of Warcraft, where what they make you do is the same activity over and over again, and that belief that, by clicking on this button and doing these same repetitive tasks over and over again, that really helps, or whether or not they give you a necklace and say every time you get to here, you've got to say Our Father, and every time you say here, you've got to say Hail Mary, and go all the way around the necklace. It's the same general concept. It's a way of brainwashing and mind control.
You just reminded me rosaries exist.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Just remembered. I'm having flashbacks. I had a blue one. I was bought a blue one for something, and they went, now you can pray every night. And I went, no, it's not going to happen. I chopped the cross off and gave it to my mum as a present.
I had a one which was a ring, which was basically you just had to repeat 8 times so you could just, shorthand. Because that's the family. That's the family I came from. Just do it once and it'll be fine.
Yeah,
you don't need to go around the whole necklace.
How bored would you be if you were God going, could someone please tell me what the football results were? I don't want to hear that same prayer you've been doing for fucking eternity again. Mary's committed suicide and now is in sub-heaven, which is the heaven above heaven, because you kept repeating it and you've driven her insane.
The Our Father in particular, I find wonderfully ironic in that if you look at the... Okay, we both went to a Catholic all-boys school.
I went to primary school as well. Catholic primary school?
No.
Oh, I had this shit from the beginning.
So, but when we all said the Our Father is as closest as I've ever heard to the Borg, because you all talk at the same pace in the same monosyllabic version, and it does sound like the Borg is praying to God. But I love the fact that if you look at sort of, the context of when Jesus originally sort of came up with the Our Father, if you believe in such things. And it's all sort of he's there going.
Wait, no, because Red Dwarf's on tonight. You've just reminded me. Is it? Yes. It won't be that late. Yeah, is it? I don't know.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Sorry. No, it's much later.
Jesus. They meant Jesus in Red Dwarf. It was probably
anyway.
You want to talk about Red Dwarf as well?
Yeah, that's on the end.
Carry on, I'll let you talk.
Anyway, the point was that in that particular case, it was all of a hey. You keep doing all these formal prayers. You should be more like, "Hey, Dad, how you doing? Thanks for all the food and stuff." And then we've made that his. Well, obviously it was more formal because back in those days, that was how people spoke.
Back in those days,
I don't know.
Back in the dark eras.
But you then look back on our versions of reality, and it would be "Hey, Dad, this is my son, and with him I'm well pleased." Literally, that one's the quote from the.
It was your
King
voice
David.
more than anything. That was just.
Anyway, my point is,
you've never met someone
ignoring.
Common, have you?
No,
as common people, except for the one you live with.
So not true. We met at school. We clearly both went to a semi-posh school, but
what?
Well, it was one step up. The religious school was in the middle of our area. Bearing in mind there was about 5 grammar schools in our area, so there was the 5 grammar schools that we didn't go to. Then there was the 2 religious schools, and then there was the really common schools. So we were slightly more posh than the really common schools, but not as posh as grammar schools. Anyway, point was,
which bit was posh?
We were talking about brainwashing.
Were we?
Yes.
Did I brainwash you to change the subject?
Well, slightly.
What I want to know? As you've got the chanting thing going on. There's that chanting. Oh, Father, bloody, bloody, wumble, mumble. The one the chant which has always been through my life. This one chant's been through my life. I don't know if this is a common occurrence, but then I went to secondary school and it was a common occurrence, and then they told you to stop doing that. Is the way you say "Good morning, Mrs." whatever your teacher's name is.
Good morning.
What is that? Good morning. What? Where the fuck did that come from?
I don't know.
I think it's
such tradition.
A weird way of saying things. I want to know where that started. It really, because it's really.
Do your research and we'll put it in the next TubeCast.
Oh, fuck research. It's like, good morning. That's not how anyone speaks. I just love that. It'd be, our Father who art in heaven. That'd be great.
Okay, at this point, I want to tell everyone, Dan set his own microphone level, so if you've spent the whole thing with really
I didn't set the microphone levels. I just plugged my microphone in.
Non-stop.
Oh,
and you were the one who said, I wanted to, I set them all up, and I can't hear, I'm turning everything up to max.
No, I didn't. I said I'm turning this up to max. I didn't change these. I don't know how to change these. This is your domain. I just turn up. I'm the talent.
Anyway, so, brainwashing in computer games.
I like it.
Well,
I don't like
I have quit 2 games recently for being very good games, but I could feel myself getting addicted to them. One of them I got past feeling one of them I was addicted to and had to go cold turkey.
You got the shakes,
that was Faster Than Light, which was an amazing game.
Still
but
is. I'm still playing it.
I got to the point where every day was just that I've got to play it again. I've got to try and get a bit further. I've got to find out if I can get to the Crystal Universe.
Spoilers.
So there was so much there that I sort of had to quit from it. And it used a lot of this sort of, repetitive, do the same task over and over again. Some of the randomized features. There's lots of really sort of... But they were clearly coming from it from a creative point of view. They weren't coming from a, let's brainwash everyone into spending lots of money, because they only asked for, £10? Something like that. And I'd paid that £10. They made nothing new for me from using that. Yep. They had clearly come to that purely from that's what they thought made a good game.
And they were right.
And in some ways, it is a good game. But in some ways, it absorbed all of my life. They weren't there taking my money. They were taking my time and my energy. And I needed that to do other things. So I had to stop from that. Now, I still don't think these people were quite doing it from an evil perspective, but there certainly was more of a money orientation with these people. Mm-hmm. Insomniac recently created...
Are we allowed to boo them yet?
Yeah, we're getting close. We're getting close to that.
Should I finish? Ratchet and Clank, Resistance, Overstrike, killed, fuse.
But they've just made Outer which is...
Outer
It's very Pokemon-like, and I played through about 3 hours of it and got to a point where I said, I want to buy all of these extra bits, and then looked at how much those extra bits was, and it was like, okay, I'm clearly going to spend hundreds of pounds on this every few months if I decide to commit to this game. I'm at a point where I either need to decide that I'm happy to do that or I'm not. And I decided I didn't want to spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds on a computer game. So unless it's being made by Tim Schafer, it's not going to happen. And especially the fact that I didn't know it was an open-ended, I could be spending hundreds of pounds every few months indefinitely. I just didn't like that. And it was that same, you want to go further, and we're just offering you little steps at a time. And I don't know, is the mind control that you've got to play this game and you've got to go further? Is it wrong? Is it wrong if you ask for money or not ask for money?
Well, you see, I have the opposite reaction to you. With if I see a game has money, I go, ugh, and then stop playing it. My love affair dies for it. It's like Tribes. I'll be playing Tribes a lot. And then
that was my view too.
I'll start going money and stuff, and then I just go, oh, no, I don't play this anymore. PlanetSide 2, I was like, this is no, I'm bored of this now. There's very few games actually hold me for long enough to actually want to pay money. But when I see this like paid money, my brain just goes, there are people on here who have paid money and will be better than you because they've paid money. This is no longer a fair ground. You're not going to have fun with this. And I just bail on game. My brain I have like, instead of being addicted to things and like, oh, I've got to pay money on these, I just give up. I just go...
Yeah, but I mean, most of the games we play
like the game
are
I play
games
most,
that we have paid some money for.
Well, the game I play the most, I've never ever paid for a single piece of like, on a freemium game, any of their content ever. I don't do that.
No, not on freemium games, but you have on games just in general.
I did buy a flight simulator today.
Exactly.
Which
See, you paid money for.
I did, £25. It was great. But no, see, but
I pay money on console games.
Well, like the games I get addicted to
we
are
both
like
bought Dishonored. One of us regretted that.
I don't regret that. That game is amazing, really amazing. You really should play it. But no, the like Counter-Strike Global Offensive, which I've been playing quite a lot of because I really quite like it. It's like a slightly refined Counter-Strike source. It's more console-y, but I kind of prefer it because I don't really like hardcore shooters. Even though it is still laser precise or whatever. I've been playing that more than any other shooter. And I admit, PlanetSide 2 as a game is a much better sort of game. But as soon as it's like, you can pay money for these tiny few things here, my brain just goes, actually, I'm bored of that. And I haven't played it for about a month now. Basically, if someone goes, pay money for my thing, I go, no. This is where I bail. It's like, I don't know. Actually, no, I do get bored of everything.
I think we're getting onto a second point here of the concept of pay to win, which is frustrating. And I do agree that it can be frustrating. And
I'm not trying to think of a game that has pay to win that I actually played for a long time. I played a bit of Star Trek Online, but only because if it wasn't Star Trek, I would have given it a second thought.
I think I'm sort of on a similar page there with you as well, yes.
I'm now trying to think of anything with pay money that I've actually spent.
The problem is most of them are MMORPGs, and we're not a fan of MMORPGs. I
don't even like Team Fortress 2
because we wouldn't pay
much.
MMORPGs on not free to play either.
See, I don't. Well, MMOs are shit, but no, I haven't played much of Team Fortress 2, and that's much better in the money giving sort of way because that's just hats and things.
It's just hats and things, yeah.
But I just don't prefer. I prefer Counter-Strike as a game. is a little bit too. Team Fortress 2 has now got to the point where it's a little bit too complicated to just get into. I mean, a lot of people that play it a lot will play it a lot, but for newcomers, I don't really see it.
Little Big Planet. I play a lot of Little Big Planet.
I don't. Little Big Planet's changed to me.
I don't play as much as I used to.
Death. Little Big Planet 2, I played the story and nothing else. And Little Big Planet Vita, I'm just going through the story now, so I will see how that one goes.
But I like playing that. I like buying the DLC packs.
I've never bought deals. I bought one.
Which isn't micropayments. It's smarter than micropayments because
it's
get
features
things
that were
and
developed
bigger
way
features.
after, though. And see,
I love the Metal Gear Solid pack. That was a complete game changer.
Was incredible. Pirates of the Caribbean, which added water, was also incredible. Those were the two that I paid money for. And the only time I'll ever pay money if it actually does changes the game. Like if something is released, you can tell it was made during production. I just kind of go, I don't want to. I don't. This should be in there. Stop being a dick. Bring back expansion packs.
We're certainly moving away from the original mark.
But that's because I've been brainwashed. Bring back the brainwashing game. I hate. Okay, we'll go back to it for now.
Okay. We'll finish this up and then we'll go back. Okay, I agree.
Which bit we
prefer DLC and buy outright games.
I do not. I prefer expansion. I prefer giant changes that were made after. I don't like, have a new hat, have a new costume, have a new gun. I never have ever bought into that. I like a whole brand new expansion pack. Yeah, that's fantastic.
Generally, we're of the opinion that bigger is better.
Yeah, bigger is better, and that's a whole game or an expansion pack. DLC, unless the
and
DLC
pay for everything in one go
cheap.
Is generally.
I mean, like Just Cause 2 added three different things that gradually made the game ridiculously different for 79p, and there's been going, well, that's reasonably priced. It's not a huge amount. It's a bag of Haribo. That's where you'll get me. It's like Call of Duty going, 5 more maps. Here's £15, please. There's been going, I can buy Faster Than Light for that price and get way more out of it.
It's tricky. Sometimes I think that some pieces of DLC are fun and worth things. Mostly, though, I like plot pieces rather than other bits. But there have been bits and pieces that have worked.
Rockstar used to, before Max Payne, they used to do DLC right. Because episodes from Liberty City, Liberty City Stories? Oh, that's the PSP version. Episodes from Liberty City with Ballad of Gay Tony is my favourite GTA, and I don't like GTA 4 very much. It's a real subtle difference in the way they changed things, but they made the story much more fantastic. They took the only two characters I liked out of the main story and brought them into that story, which was Roman and Brucey. I think it was his name. Yeah, and so they're in there doing their thing. But it just added silliness that GTA needed. And Rockstar also did Red Dead Redemption. But for example,
I'd be so happy.
Nightmare. That was a whole expansion pack, reasonably priced, huge amount of content. That's how we should be doing that.
I'd be pretty happy if everyone released a computer game and then made, for example, the multiplayer section. If you drop £5 off of your game and then add on a £10 DLC pack for multiplayer, I'll be so happy.
Me too.
Because then I can just not buy it. In fact, I believe that multiplayer games and single-player games should all be separate. I don't think you should ever put the two together.
Yep.
If you create the engine and the universe, I'm happy for you to have the multiplayer and the single-player come out at the same time.
We need to talk about my favourite game ever about this moment. Spec Ops The Line. The guy who made Spec Ops The Line had a huge interview, which I will try and find, probably link below.
Sounds interesting. I will watch that when you link it below.
It's word interview. You have to read.
Oh, I don't know. I won't.
Basically, he said that the multiplayer, which is in Spec Ops, which I didn't even know existed until this interview. And I went into the game and went, there's multiplayer there. The multiplayer was bolted on last minute because the publishers went, multiplayer, and he went, the game isn't a multiplayer game, it won't work. And so they had to cheapen up the gunplay a little just to make sure the multiplayer worked. And he just went out going, fucking shitty, this is a stupid idea. He did say thanks to the developers for actually having the giant man balls to produce this game, to publish this game in the first place, but the whole pushing multiplayer thing doesn't fit for shooters. Because if you're going to compete with... You can't compete with Call of Duty unless you are as good as Call of Duty. And you won't be as good as Call of Duty unless you have the Activision's just snowplow of money. So don't compete. Do a different thing. And that's why Spec Ops was a great game.
I mean, that's my universal and has been since I've been about 3. I came up with my motto for my life, which is be the best. If you can't be the best, be unique.
And that's why you're so unique.
That's why I'm one of a kind.
What was that?
I was going to try and do that and then realise we'd smash in, which is what we've done before. So I then decided to...
Do it up here for you. Did the wrong hand again.
I couldn't quite work out what you were going for.
Hey, you know what you should watch on TV? Top Gear US. It's really good. Anyway, we'll carry on.
Okay, so ethics in computer games. Is it morally correct for computer games to implement devices to try and make you play the game more?
Didn't Japan just ban some crap for being too addictive-y and
They
stuff?
did, but that was a very precise system of game. I think my understanding of it is if you have to randomly collect an item and you need to randomly collect a whole load of items before you get something, so you need a full set of crystals before you can get supersonic or something, but you're paying for random generation of something, and then you go, oh no, I've already got one of those. Basically full sticker book sets.
That's what
but if you then sent off your sticker book set for a gold mantle or something, a golden sticker, that would make more sense. That's illegal.
Okay.
So that's what they've made illegal. So you can still pay for a sticker book, which you don't send off for.
It's more about the numbers. The way these games work is numbers. Like, we'll take World of Warcraft being the actual biggest addiction, the biggest known addiction sort of game.
But they didn't do it on purpose. I'm fairly confident from what I've heard. World of Warcraft did it by accident. It was hey, look, people play more when we do this.
Yeah.
And then kept doing it. They didn't, go, hey, look, Pavlovian response. Let's ring a bell and all the dogs come and eat.
The reason I hate games like that and like grindy games like Minecraft is that what you do with World of Warcraft is you have a character with numbers, and then your numbers get bigger as you battle the monsters, so you get better weapons that have better numbers to tackle bigger monsters with bigger and it's just a numbers game. There is no end result apart from you'll have a bigger number.
Yeah.
Whereas with Minecraft, you grind like crap, just digging up crappy items and stuff, and at the end, you have a lovely castle that you've built, and you can actually see and go, look at that lovely castle I built. I can ignore that and build something else now. Whereas
it's like I'm
numbers
I'm a
addictive.
Final Fantasy
Getting
game.
Numbers higher is an addictive thing.
I'm a Final Fantasy game. I'm a Final Fantasy fan.
I have really long cutscenes.
I have never played a Final Fantasy game beyond the ending. I always go, hey, look, and now there's extra aeons or extra bosses, and then I just go, I've done it.
I've never played a Final Fantasy beyond the opening.
I've already put 50 hours into this game. I don't want to go through and replace every sphere on the sphere grid. Why would you want to do that?
That's just a tutorial that's done. I like the sphere grid. The only Final Fantasy game I ever really liked and didn't like very much was Final Fantasy X. But I used to actually farm that out to people and like, grind these bits for me so I have high levels. And they did. That was great. That was a great
The best deal I ever made with someone was I had a person who had completely completely maxed out characters. Every limit break weapon.
Actually, that's a good thing.
Had gone round all of the sphere grid and was replacing old spheres with better spheres. So he'd completely maxed out his main character, was maxing out all his other characters. Got bored of the game, had not finished it. He had gone through. He got bored of the game, sold it, then realised he hadn't finished it. So in exchange for his save file, I let him borrow my copy of Final Fantasy X. So he then completed it, and then I had an absolutely kick-ass team that I did not have to put any of the grind into.
And had nothing else to do with it apart from take down some other big monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the point. There is just nothing. I mean,
but it is fun to completely destroy a game.
There's only 2 RPGs I've ever really liked.
The millions that I've liked.
Well, JRPG, sorry.
Skies of Arcadia is amazing, and if you're a fan of the genre, definitely look out for that. And then if you're not normally a fan of RPGs, Resonance of Fate is insane and well worth playing. It does not play like a regular RPG at all. It's less of a click a button and then click something else for it to fire. You actually have to plan out paths and everyone runs around and fires guns. It is just as crazy as anything and has the worst plot ever and one of the funniest. They clearly had 2 writers. One writer is hilarious and deals with all the relationships and the characters and writes these wonderful one-liners and has sort of plots where you're suddenly a small spoiler. It's not really, but for example, a whole episode where you are dressed up as Father Christmas and you have to, rather than shoot people, you have to throw presents at kids and write stuff like that. And you're there going, wow, this is the most fun I've ever had in an RPG, and writes all of those crazy chapters. And then someone else writes this story about religions and fate and God, which I still have no idea what it is. And it's as crap as anything. You're like, put the other writer back on.
So you're saying that someone that needs two writers? Because I could just point out that's exactly what Russell T Davies does. He writes amazing characters and amazing jokes.
Oh
and
no,
because
the tone disappears as soon as he gets to writing plot. So you get these sections of plot
like
which sound
Jack
like
in Doctor Who, Torchwood.
You get this plot that sounds like it was written by Tolkien or something of the High Priestess. I'm bored already. And then it goes to let's have silly innuendo jokes. And they clearly were written by separate people.
I couldn't think of one quick enough. I don't know enough Tolkien. I don't like fantasy.
All the innuendo jokes, as I said, were completely different. It was a bit like someone coming up going, look at my bow.
I have to say this. It's because I remember I started this up. The two JRPGs that I actually like and you should actually play. The World Ends With You, which is on DS, and is just the hardest thing I've ever played because you have to play both screens at the same time, which is stupid, but brilliant, and is very interesting and good, and is an action RPG because there's no turn-based to it because no, that's not game.